So, you know how there's pre-made houses that already exist in the game where your Sims can just move into, and you don't technically have to build a house if you don't want to? You know, usually they're over here in the map mode. You just find a house that you want to move into and just kind of like place your Sim down. Well, if you didn't know, there's actually additional houses that Max has made that you can just place down to also move into. So if you're in edit town mode, all you have to do is just go over to the show empty house button, and then there's like a plethora of houses that EA made. A lot of these are not that good, but there's actually like additional houses that they made that you can just place down. So if you ever like, I guess, see a house that you don't like in the world, you can just place one down. And in addition to having a show empty homes button, we also have a show community lots button. This is basically the same idea, but it's just for community lots. So a lot of the expansion packs will come with additional lots that you can place down. There's the Plum Puddle Park from the base game. We also have the land grab, sell and swap consignment store. So you can kind of just like place these down in any world. It doesn't just have to be like one set world. And I was kind of looking around today and I noticed that we have the Grady's Junkshop. And I'm pretty sure most of you know what this junk shop looks like. It's one of the pre-made ones that comes if you have ambitions. But I was thinking today about how I've never edited or built a junkyard in The Sims 3. Like, I know for a fact I've furnished houses in Twinbrook, but I've never edited or built a junkyard. So I was like, maybe today we can do that. This is the Grady's Junkyard, by the way, and as you can see, it's not like the worst lot that exists. You know, I mean, it has pretty much everything you need, which is just, you know, scrap your Sims can dig through. But we also have like this little building right here. I feel like the building itself leaves a lot to be desired because when you open it up, there's really not much in here. So for one, we only really have one light in here and you have to make it white for some reason. Some of the lights in Twinbrook are kind of glitched. So like even with the lamp turned on, y'all, it is so dark in here. We only have a desk, a bookshelf, and we have a fireplace, and I'm assuming it's supposed to be like an office, like whoever runs the junk shop, they come in here to work or whatever. Like, I get it's supposed to be like an office, but I just feel like we can make it a lot better. Out here is not really that bad, you know, like I don't really want to change that much. Maybe I can add a couple small junk piles if I'm able to, but like I don't really want to change too much because I want this to actually be functional still. But overall, I feel like this lot could use a new coat of paint, so I really just want to renovate it today. Now, usually when I do these kind of renovations, y'all know I tend to stick with the base game and whatever pack we're using, but today I'm just going to do what I want to do, okay? I don't even care about if it's base game, story content, stuff from expansion packs. I just want to let my creativity take over, so that's what we're going to do today, okay? But just to let you know that to have a functional junkyard, you have to have ambitions. So just know, if you don't have ambitions, then this probably won't be functional for you. So the first thing I'm going to change out are these dumpsters. Now, these are like those debug dumpsters from the base game. These are not functional. So I forgot what pack. It was either like Island Living or it was maybe University. I think it might have been University. The Sims team went back and they edited some of the dumpsters to actually make them function so you could dumpster dive in them. And these are not those. So like those are just decorative. I plan to swap those out with the ones that you can actually dumpster dive in. That way this lot will be more usable, more functional, you know? I also want to get rid of this little stop thing right here. I get what it's supposed to be, and I do like it overall, but I kind of want to get rid of it if I can help it, honestly. Or at the very least, what I think I may want to do is just take this fence. Can I like make it go above it? Like, would that be better to kind of have like this kind of go over? I don't know. I think that's a little bit too extra. I think it'll just be best if we get rid of that and then we just kind of like make this circle around like that. I think that would be a lot better in my opinion. All right, so now I just want to maybe like make this come in at a slant like that. I don't know why, but I just like this a little bit more. It looked more creative to actually have little stops there, but I just like this more, so I'm gonna go with this. And I think I may even want to make the fence a little bit darker, or honestly a lot darker. I'm thinking of something maybe kind of like this. We could kind of play into the broke down, you know, junkyard aesthetic. So maybe we can kind of like make some of the stuff a little bit darker, make it look a little bit more rusted, you know. We can kind of play into that, I think. All right, I think I'm gonna maybe keep this little stop right here. I may get rid of it, I don't really know yet, but I'm gonna keep it for now. We're just gonna put this light pole back here, and I guess like this can just be the one light that we have out here. I do want to recolor this also to be a little bit more distressed looking. We do have some distressed wood textures in the game, so luckily it's not going to take a lot to make it look kind of old and run down. We can do the same thing for this. We'll just make the metal on this a little bit more rusted. Maybe make it a different color so it can kind of stand out some. And we'll maybe just copy this one on the other light pole over there. Honestly, I didn't really think about making this look kind of run down, but like, I guess it would make sense because like Grady's junk shop looks kind of run down anyway, you know? I was thinking we could probably also, y'all, get rid of this thing in the middle. I don't know what I want to replace it with. We could either fill in the whole parking lot to be the same, Or I could get like a fence or something if that's even possible. And then maybe like have a little flower garden or something in the middle. I don't really think this kind of lot needs that, but we could make it look a little nice. I may just take one of these and just like go in the middle like this. And just have like some, I don't know, plants or something there. We could like put some terrain in there, get some plants, you know. Because we do actually have some dead looking plants in the game, and we have some dead trees too, so maybe we can have like some dead stuff instead. I'm gonna just sort by ambitions, and then I want to also sort by, oh, you know what I just thought about, you cannot sort by store worlds, so I have to pick store content, because I was gonna be like, isn't there like some dead plants that come with Midnight Hollow? There is, but they're like in the, you know, the store category. Okay, I know we have like some dead grass, right? Maybe we could use like some of this stuff. The unfortunate thing is that these are kind of big. And I know like you can keep placing them down to get smaller ones, but these are going to still be too big, I think. How am I going to do this? We could probably place one of these down somewhere. I'll just like place this over here for a second. Maybe if we go to pets, maybe pets has some dead grass, because like Appaloosa Plains, you know, it's still a little bit too big. But maybe we can kind of get some and kind of like place it. I really wish I could get like a smaller version of this. Maybe we can get some of this. I think what I'm going to do next is we're going to have to make the parking lot a little bit darker. So I'm just going to like bring this in some. Honestly, kind of like that. Do you think I could place a dead tree in here and get away with it? I have like a little dead tree right there hanging out. And I know we have like some more dead looking stuff in the game. Like this kind of looks a little dead. Ooh, maybe having like this off to the side, kind of. Ooh, y'all, I'm getting kind of inspired now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of getting a lot of ideas. I also think I'm gonna get rid of this car in these parking spaces. I want to get rid of these parking spaces because we have some that come with university. I may also want to just turn on move objects for a second because I'm gonna try to squeeze two together. And then with these, can we recolor these actually? Oh, we can't recolor these. That's kind of unfortunate, y'all. We can't recolor those. They're gonna be white. Man, I wish you could recolor these because these would look so good if they could be kind of like run down looking, you know? All right, so for over here, unfortunately, I gotta make this look kind of bad. So I'm just gonna get some dirt down here. And we're gonna have to get rid of these bushes. Sorry, they look nice, but they gotta go. Because I gotta get some, you know, overgrown, dead looking stuff, you know? We could probably get a tree and like place it back here, kinda. I just noticed something too, y'all. I think these are the same trees, but this one is just like a dead version of that one. I don't know if that's true or not, but they both come from ambitions, so maybe it is, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying my best to find a plant that looks kind of like it's dead, but not like completely black. But there's not that many really in the game to choose from that don't look like they stand out too much. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to really get a plant, I don't think. Because maybe settle for like, maybe kind of something like this. Maybe like a couple of those or something. I just want a little bit of greenery. Oh, these would be perfect, actually. Delete those other ones. These are from Into the Future. These kind of look like they're a little dry. So maybe I'll get like a couple of those. We'll just kind of like place those like that. Parking lot can maybe be done for a little bit. I think I'm going to go back though, and I want to get a bike rack. And maybe we can get like a couple of bike racks and just place them back here alongside the fence. Maybe your Sims ride their bikes out here, you never know. So I'll get a couple of those out here. I think I'm gonna go into Buy Debug for a second, y'all, because I wanna see if there's any broken down old looking trucks from the pets pack. It's either pets or it's maybe start content. I don't really know, but I know there's like an old broken down truck object. I don't know where I can find it, unfortunately. Yeah, if it's not in ambitions, I really don't know. But speaking of ambitions, hold on, I might can use some stuff from here real quick. Maybe I could get like a little gnome or something. I could get one of these little dudes. Okay, I'm gonna place them down for a second. Before I get too carried away, I need to kind of get rid of this building, y'all, because I want to redo it. So I'm just gonna like go here, basically delete everything in here. We can kind of just start over. So I'm gonna have to probably keep it the same size or maybe try to make it a little bit bigger. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm just gonna get rid of some of this railing right here, and honestly maybe even this railing as well, because I want to try to make this a little bigger. So real quick, I'm just gonna get my wall tool and I'm just gonna drag this out, maybe kind of like so. And then I'm gonna just do the same thing here. We could maybe do like a little bump out like that. I would have loved to have like a little bump out coming off of this, but I don't think that's possible because we're already on the edge of the lot. So the idea that I have for the trailer, have you ever seen one of those pop-up trailers? Like when I was in school, we didn't have enough classrooms, so they had like little pop-up trailers out on the campus that were classrooms. That's kind of like the idea that I have for this, where it's like a trailer or something, or like a modular home type of thing, but it's like an office. So I kind of like layered the roof like this. Maybe we can kind of pitch it up a little bit, just a tad bit like that. But I still would like for the Sims to come in from the side, but I kind of want something like more trailer like, I guess, if that makes sense. And I'll just do the same thing here. We'll just like pitch the little roof. I may even get rid of this section right here and just put the fence back. That might make more sense, honestly. We could use a different fence and railing. This one could actually work. I may get rid of this right here to have this be there. That could kind of work, actually. I like that. Yo, I found these little broken bottle objects, and I'm definitely going to use some of these. Because, like, come on now. A place like this would definitely have some broken bottles. I'm just going to, like, have them be in different colors. We could definitely have some out here, too. Maybe, like, a nice little propeller over here. So, for the building, I'm thinking about a little bit of stone as, like, an accent, you know? And then we can maybe just have siding for the rest of the wallpaper. Because, like, the trailer doesn't need to be that nice, right? And luckily for us, Ambitions does have, like, siding that kind of looks scuffed up and run down. So, I think I'll just use some of that today. Yeah, see, look, it looks kind of run down and scuffed up. We can definitely use that today. Oh, y'all, these windows from Late Night would be good for this kind of build. I'm gonna use this door. I'm just gonna make it look kind of scuffed up and old looking. All right, y'all, I'm gonna put one chair out here. I imagine whoever works here probably likes to sit outside, so I'm just gonna put a chair out here, you know, just because. We could probably also put a Bigfoot somewhere around here. I don't know where, but I may squeeze one, maybe back here somewhere. Okay, y'all. I've honestly just been going through and just adding stuff that I can see from the body bug. So I added some of these trash cans. We have this nice sign. Maybe it's a sign that says you can't, like, you know, dump illegally or whatever. I found a fire hydrant. We have the broken bottles and stuff like that. I'm just trying to make this lot feel more lifelike. I'm gonna probably also go back and delete these, y'all, because these are too bright. I need these to be a little bit darker, so I'm gonna most likely get rid of them, unfortunately, but we'll keep them for now. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and tackle the inside because we've got some work to do. I kind of want to do like a lobby slash like office space, but maybe we could try to squeeze in a bathroom if we can. So here's what I'm thinking. Whatever bathroom we have is gonna have to be like an all-in-one bathroom. It's just gonna have to be like, this space is just not that big. Or at the very least, we could do like a small room with just a toilet. But I'm thinking maybe a bathroom space back this way. We can have maybe like a desk be here, and then maybe have like, I don't know, a little TV like somewhere around here. Like, I want this to be like a lobby office kind of space, you know? Okay, so I'm thinking we could either use carpet or hardwood floor. And I'm kind of wanting to use some hardwood floor. So I think that's what we're going to end up using today. We'll use like some scuffed up looking floor, kind of like this. I'm just going to make it a little bit darker. And then I want to get a couple of lights in here too. Okay, we're going to use a wallpaper with a border, but we're not going to use the ones I always use. We're going to use this other one from the base game. I don't even know if it should have a pattern on it, honestly. I think just having it be like a color, I think, is the best way to go. Maybe a color like this, honestly. Maybe the wood can be a little bit darker. So there's certain things that I know that I need to get, and that's a desk. We need to have stuff for a bathroom and maybe like a TV and some chairs, you know? So, and maybe like a nice rug too, but we'll see, we'll see. Okay, so when it comes to the desk, it doesn't really even matter. We could use this one from the base game, or if I wanted something a little bit more industrial, we could use, I don't think it's technically a desk, but we have a table, and it's from the Fastlane stuff pack. And it kind of could fit the vibe, you know? So maybe we'll use this one instead. Because this one is technically a table, but you can slot a computer in a chair here to use it as like a computer desk if you wanted to. The only thing is just it's a little bit big, you know? We have it be here by the door. We can get a computer, you know, because why not? We'll get like one of them old computers, you know? We don't need anything new. We'll just get like one of the old ones. We can get like a little office chair to go with it. I guess we could use this as an office chair. And then, of course, I'm just gonna go in and make it look a little grungy and kind of run down. And then as for the table, can we make this look a little bit more rustic? There's like so much rust on this one lot alone. You could get sick for a long time. And then as for the computer, I think I want to go for like one that's kind of off-white like this. Maybe just make it a little bit darker. There we go. And then what I could do now, I want to see if I could try to squeeze in a bookshelf somewhere. Maybe like back this way. Maybe like a small bookshelf. Because I don't really think we need a big, gigantic one. I just would like one to kind of fill in some space. Honestly, this one kind of works. This one is from the 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff pack. Or we could use the one from Pets. This one is a little bit taller. I guess we'll use the one from Pets. It's a little bit taller, still kind of like a similar vibe. We could go to Fastlane stuff pack for a second, because Fastlane has like some tools and stuff like that, and we could definitely put that in here. Maybe the person that works here has some extra tools. Maybe they need this for something. You never know. Maybe a person comes in and they're like, hey, you have a screwdriver? You know, maybe you might need it. Oh yeah, we have like one of these like signs. We can use this like decor, you know? It would have been kind of cool to have one of these that had like a thing with like trash where you can't litter, you know? But I don't think we have. We have it with the gnome, and we have one with the the roads. We don't have a no littering sign, but it's okay. I guess we'll just use this one maybe with the gnome on it, and then we could try to make it look kind of grungy. When it comes to the TV, we actually have one that looks kind of put together. I was honestly thinking about this one to use, but maybe this one will be a little bit better. It's store content and it's not as big, so I may like put it at a little bit of an angle like that. When it comes to the chairs though, what do I want to use? We could use one of these couches. This one looks kind of lived in anyway, and then we can get like another chair, maybe this one. Yeah, because that one has like tape and stuff on it. Actually, you know what? Hold on. There is a couch. It's a little bit bigger than the love seat, but this couch right here though kind of fit the vibe. The only thing is it just kind of makes everything a little bit more congested. This one is really scuffed up. It has like patches and tape and stuff on it. And this could be the vibe, so maybe we'll use that instead. And then what we could do is get a nice rug, which I think we'll use the splat rug today. I'm just gonna put a design on it just to make it look more like run down. I'm thinking about one of these carpet patterns right here. Some of these look kind of scuffed up, you know, and old, so one of these could definitely work. I'm also gonna put up one of these little banners in here too, just to kind of have something like hanging up over the window. This will also help fill in space on this wall. Okay, y'all, so for the bathroom, do you think I can get away with putting an all-in-one bathroom in here? Like, I don't even know if that'll work even with move objects turned off. Let's just try. Oh, this doesn't even work. Oh, it's too small. What if I get rid of the door? Do you think it'll work now? Maybe because the light's in the way? Okay, let's move this light over for a second. You think this will work? It kind of works. And I could like squeeze the light back, and then you think I could get like a door to go right here? I just kind of want this to be functional. Oh, it does work. Good. Yeah, so we'll have like an all-in-one bathroom. I think it's kind of crazy how it's a outhouse that's indoors. Maybe what I could have done is just kind of like have a little section right here where you can just kind of go in the bathroom. Instead of it being like a room that you walk into, it's just like a little section over here. Okay, I think the inside of here can be done. I did add a little coffee table just to have something here, but I think for the most part, I can be done with this little section. So why don't we move on to the outside? So there's not a lot I really want to do out here, y'all, if I'm being honest with you. All I kind of want to do is just go in and add some more plants down here just to make it look a little bit more overgrown. I'm gonna get another one of these trees and just kind of place it back here. Maybe even get another one and place it here, because then I could get rid of like one of these dead trees. Can I get rid of like this one and then like maybe just move this one where the old one was and then have like another dead tree over here? Okay, so when it comes to like the trash piles and stuff, I'm gonna go back to Bitey Bug for a second, and I'm just going to sort by ambitions because I think that's where all the scrap is located. I'm gonna see if I can try to place this down. Maybe like I could place one this way. I'll get maybe like another one and try to squeeze it somewhere. I don't think I can. Actually, are these like, what is this right here? This is, oh, these are junkyard spawners. Can I get another one of those? Oh, I didn't know. Maybe I'll get like one more and place it here. I feel like I shouldn't really be doing that. Actually, I'm gonna undo that actually. Because like I don't know like what the perimeter is for this kind of lot, and I don't want to place something down that you can't really use. So I think my best bet is to just stick with the little scrap heaps and maybe get some of those. Okay, I'm gonna put this drill object down here because this could be kind of useful. I was gonna use the time machine, but I don't know if I want it on this kind of lot. Like, I don't know, like if I could have squeezed it somewhere, then maybe, oh, I kind of can. I could put it right there, but like, you think I could swap these around actually? Hold on, what if I like place this down here for a second? Maybe I can like swap these around. Well, I'll put this time machine kind of like off. I'll get some things to put around it so you can't really see it that well. You think I can like place this here? Yeah, that kind of works. Yeah, that way you can have a drill, you can have the time machine. I'll get some more of these plants right here and I'll just kind of like place it around a lot some. I'm gonna use another one of these plants, and these are from the Into the Future pack. So remember how I was saying earlier that I couldn't find any of the old junk broke down cars? I literally was looking at them, but I just kind of kept scrolling past it. I want to have like one broke down car over here, and then if I can, I thought there was more with ambitions. Maybe I'm mistaken. There is the fixer upper car that we could use. Maybe this could be okay if I just kind of like have it out here like that. We'll get a parking space and just kind of like place it here, you know? But I think on that note, that's everything that I want to do for the lot. So we'll look at it really quick before I go. So as you can see, this is the new and I guess improved Grady's Junkshop. So I used a lot of stuff from a lot of different packs. So we have our new parking lot. As you can see, it's very overgrown. There's broken bottles, there's trash, there's also a broken car right here, there's barrels over here as well. We have our building, which this is what it looks like from the outside. Let's go ahead and just open it up for a second. So this is going to be like the office space, you know. There's a computer desk in here, so if you need to use a computer, you can. There's also a bookshelf. I did not include a fireplace this time because I didn't really think we needed one, but you know, there is a bookshelf, there's a stereo, there's also a TV, so there are some things to do here technically, you know. And then of course if we go over this way, we have our all-in-one bathroom. If you go down here for a second, you'll see that there is a lot to do, you know. You can drill if you want to. You can also use a time machine. You can also dig through scrap. I didn't really touch these too much because I didn't really know like what you can and can't do, and like, you know, I just left them alone. So we do have some scrap out here as well, and there's also like a broken car over there. But that's basically everything for the entire build and video. So if you want to download this, I am going to leave it linked down below. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below. Follow me over on Twitch where I stream a lot more The Sims, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Thanks for watching!